Hello again, everyone. This is Gilmer, and I actually executed one turn off camera because it really is I'm sure it gets a little boring just to see me execute a turn when there's nothing actually going on. But the reason I turned on the recording is because a couple of things have happened. Um, Not anything I did, obviously, but it's something that is important. And the first one is Russia signs the Treaty of Versailles. Russia signs the first Treaty of Versailles and becomes indirectly the ally of France and Austria against Britain and Prussia. Not good. That means we will be seeing Russian troops coming at us. The Holy Roman Empire declares war on Prussia, which means some of the German states are going to be aligned against us, but some of them actually side with us. And then another of these morale balancing events occurred, and my current morale is now 127, and Austrian morale is 103. Their morale seems to be going up fairly quickly. Doubt mine would go up that fast if it was low, but nevertheless, um, their general, Don, you didn't see it because it was actually in the turn moves that said it, but General Don, they said, has arrived in Dippoldiswald. So that's another thing that's going on. Now, the Holy Roman Empire is, let's see, what's this? Hessen-Darmstadt, um, that was one of the nation states of Germany, I'm pretty sure. And obviously they did not come over to our side. And the Palatinate is part of Austria or part of the Holy Roman Empire. I'm not really sure. Um, there is another one. This one's Württemberg. These are all on Austria's side. Um, Bayern is Bavaria. Um, Down here's Croatia. So yeah, they're starting to gang up on me, and I'm going to have to figure out how to uh, counteract that. Let's see. Let's see. What's his? Let's put him this. That actually makes Gessler the commander of that. Well, cavalry cavalry corps. Let's put Von Zyber cavalry corps. Um, Keith's corps power right now 2,000. I want to actually I want to see if I can't come down here real quick. It says 30 days, so that is not happening. And one of the key shortcuts to cancel a move is select the formation that you want to cancel the move for and press the delete key on your keyboard for each leg of the movement. So there are two legs in this movement, the one to Perna and then the one to Debozeswald. So you just click delete twice and it deletes the moves. Um, I don't think I am going to. I don't think I'm going to try to move down here while it's very harsh weather. Very harsh weather, not just harsh weather, but very harsh. Mountain storm. very harsh weather. So, what can we do? What can we do that's kind of interesting? Let's possibly build some troops. Let's build some more Prussian Jaegers. I don't know if my Prussian Jaegers have actually, my other Prussian Jaegers that I built, I don't know if they've actually built yet or not. Garde du Corps. We look at that. These guys are heavy cavalry, and they're very tough and very strong. Let's put one of those. How much money do I have? I have 847. I think these are florins. That's what they call them, which was some kind of currency back in the 1700s. I might be from Florence, I'm not sure. And then conscripts 25, war supply 510. So I'm out of conscripts to build any more troops, but I do have, I am building a couple. Yeah, he's not ready yet. This is the one that I think I started building a couple of turns ago. It says will be operational in approximately 102 days. So at 15 days a turn, that's 6 or 7 turns. 7 turns, I guess. So let's just execute this turn and see what happens. Probably nothing good. Seems like it's a lot of really bad things happen early in the war for the Prussia, except for obviously the victory against Saxony and some of the victories against Austria. But you know, Russia, France, and the Holy Roman Empire declaring war on them is not that good of a deal. Certainly didn't want to fight every one of them, even though they might have thought, you know, they in their strategy they might have thought they would have had to fight some of them, but I doubt they thought they would have to fight all of them all at one time. But you never know. I haven't read that much on Frederick the Great. I probably should read a little bit about him just to see what the mindset was, what was going on in his thought processes. He's obviously a genius. Let's see what's going on. The training of Jäger zu Fuss is nearly finished in Frankfurt and der Oder fortifications. That's the first one I built. Well, that one is ready, basically. It says it's almost ready, but for all intents and purposes, that's ready. That, you know, I can start moving him. And I don't know if I want to move him during the winter, but do something. Okay, so Hanover is now in the war. Well, wait a minute. So this land is still, these regions are still blocked. That's why they're gray. But we do have these forces ready to start moving in. This is Herb Prince Karl's brigade, which I'm not sure what nationality he is. As you can tell, the background is different, so he's not Prussian, but oh, wait a minute. This will tell me. It tells you right there, doesn't it? It's Braunschweig, of course. So let's go to Magdeburg, start getting him ready to move down, I guess. And then some of these lands up here have unlocked. It's still blocked. All of them are still blocked. But Bremen, it says these guys are active right now, but because the region is locked, they're really not active. It's kind of a funny deal. Same with these. These are unlocked, but they're not really active because I can't move them out of these inactive regions. Eventually, these regions will unlock, and I'll be able to move these troops. But until that happens, same with Hanover. Until they actually unlock the actual regions, then I can't move these guys. Minden, where's Minden? There's Minden. It's in Hanover as well. Stad, where's Stad? Well, that's that. I can't move any of those. No, at 5. Morale is 122 and theirs is 102. So, total combat losses, I've lost 10,589 to their 47,401. It's turn 11 and 166 turns remain. And I'm kind of glad that, it's kind of a longer scenario, quote unquote scenario, because you lose a lot of turns because of the winter turns. You lose a lot of chances to move, a lot of chances to attack, and this gives you a little bit more chances to do so. And obviously, it runs the way the normal war ran, from 1756 to 1763/64. But still, I kind of like that. I don't like games or simulations of wars the wars are so short that you really can't get anything done, and you kind of, the USA Civil War is kind of like that because it's only 4 years, really and truly long, and it's kind of hard to get things done in that time frame. I like games that simulate these wars that allow you to go over the historical time limit, because it always takes me longer than it did in real life for whatever reason. Your enemy has raised some replacements. Prussian morale decreased again, but engagement points and victory points to increase to compensate. Well, save it. And we're getting there. It's early February. I'm thinking about possibly late March is when I will start doing my moves, even though snow can still be on the ground. I expect that it will not be harsh enough to slow me down too much or create too much trouble. Now, if in late March there's actual snow on the ground, I won't move. I'll wait until it's actually clear and hope that no more snow occurs after that, which I know can happen because we get snow sometimes in the south of the U.S. and even to April one year, I think we got some heavy snow actually. So I know it can occur in Germany because I know that they're on a higher latitude or whatever it's called. So they have a much colder climate. So let's see what occurred. The Treaty of Alinagar, if I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Treaty of Alinagar, Berlin Zeitung. A pact is signed in India by Robert Clive, the agent of the British East India Company, after his recovery of Calcutta on January 2nd from the Nawab of Bengal. Nawab was eager to secure his rear from the threat of attack by the Afghans, who had just taken and sacked Delhi. Moreover, all British goods that passed through Bengal would be exempt from duties. Well, that should give me something. Okay, it says Prussian alliance, +1 EP, +1 national morale, +1 victory point. Constitution of the Britannic Army of Observation. That's the British forces that will participate in this war, and it'll be under I forget the commander's name, but we'll see him soon enough. Britain's Prime Minister William Pitt asks the House of Commons to assist the King George II. I should probably say assist King George II in the constitution of an army of observation in Hanover and in the financing of his Prussian ally. As I mentioned, they were very close. The British were very close to Hanover, and so they, plus obviously the British very rarely in history got along with France, so the British Army will be here at some point. One of the other hotkeys or keyboard shortcuts are T, which will give you naval forces. You can just cycle through every single naval force you have. And E will cycle through all of your land forces. So if you ever, one of the things that somebody mentioned that they like to do is they go through every single force. Well, yeah, that's actually something that's pretty smart to do. Inside Weasel Fortress, good, okay. I'm glad they're inside the fortress. But it gives you a chance to just cycle through every single one of your active units and see what's going on with them. I think E and R are the two, back and forth through the land units, and then T and Y are the back and forth through the naval units. So just want to go through some of these. Wuka now. Oh, they're right there. Kurt von Schwerin is over here in Coastal. Third Prince Karl's brigade is in Magdeburg. So let's see. Okay, number of days to enter this region, only 5. So it does tell you how many days it takes to move through each region. So this one, it's 8, so that's 13 days. And then 18 days. Well, I'm going to do it. James Keith has the power of his force. Our core is up to 2872. That's pretty nice. So, doesn't tell me how many days to enter Perna. Wonder why. What? Maybe it's because it doesn't tell me on a lot of these actually. Oh well. Oh, I guess you have to have a. Okay, there you go. You have to have a formation selected, and then it tells you. Number of days to enter Perna is 4. Number of days to enter Depoldeswald is 4. Should I take the gamble and move the Elba army to Depoldeswald and attack any forces there? I think I am. 8 days. Let's put them all on offensive. See if we can't gain any kind of victory over the Austrian forces. Alright. So that's set up. That's about it. I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to execute this turn. Let's see what happens. I'm probably going to regret this very badly, but you never know. Something good might come of it. We might catch them inside that fort and siege them, which would be pretty cool because I think we could destroy them actually. we destroy a major Austrian army, we will probably be in very good situation, a very good position for the rest of this game. So cross your fingers. If you're pulling for me, you might be pulling for the Austrians. I don't know. Um, excuse me. Sure, people who are from Austria are probably pulling from the Austrians, or probably pulling for the Austrians. So, so no battle occurred. Let's see what's going on. Oh, they don't have anybody in there. Wow, look at all those placements. Marshall Brown dies of lung disease. We can train some militia into line infantry. So let's see. Hanoverian elite soldier training. Wait a minute. Let's see. This is Oldenburg, and I guess they sided with the Austrians. Hanover is still blocked, fortunately. Sweden has not joined the war yet. Assault this military camp. There's nothing in there really. Shouldn't be that big of a deal to assault it. Just destroy it. Or at least maybe capture it. Maybe we'll capture it. Sure, everybody's on assault. Okay. Let's do this. He's there. Still can't move them. That's Keith's Corps, Mark Karl's Corps, Rex Corps, Elba Army, Geisler's column, Gessler, Katz Cavalry Corps, Prince Moritz Corps, the Center Army, the left wing, Infantry Reserve, Scheckenheit Detachment, Lederberg Detachments, right wing, Hessen Kessel. Schwerin Corps, Palmer and Reserve. Okay, this is the one I was looking for, really. 13 days, and he's going to be there in 7 days. And let's see what happens. See if it's fun or if it's disaster. If Dawn attacks into Debodeswald, it's going to be a major battle because all of my troops are on assault, and they won't retreat from battle because of that. So that'll be a very bloody battle if it happens. Who knows? They might move their troops up. Again, they might not, because they might decide that they can't take me on just yet. And I'm glad the This icon shows that they have a breach in their fortification. So we've taken the fortification there. Austria, how did they get troops all the way over there? It's insanity. Cavalry. Oh well, they can't. Friedrich Leopold Gessler has been congratulated for his victory against the enemy. Gerd von Manteuffel has been congratulated for his action against the enemy. He is now promotable. Edward von Kleist has been congratulated. He is now promotable. Let's see. Let's go in here and see. Kleist. Which one is he? It's him. Let's pull him out. This might be one of those cases where if we promote him, it'll piss somebody off. Okay. It doesn't say that it would make anybody mad, so we'll go ahead and place him on promotion. The promotion bulletin. See if we can't get ourselves a 2-star out of him. He's inactive. And we captured a supply train. I'll put him with the supply train. That's who that is. Oh, and there's supply there, so that's nice. So let's see. Oh, see, they're different. They're considered different nationalities, so that's what it is. Required command, provided command. So he's got a 35% penalty, and part of that is because that's Prussian and their Braunschweig troops, and he does not, I don't think, have the ability to command multi-German forces, even though they're all German. I think there is still a penalty for different German forces, because there are a couple that actually do have that ability. I can't remember which one, and I don't. It's pretty good too. He's got some good. He really. He's a 3-star, isn't he? Can't Yeah, it says right there he's a 3-star. He's a 3-star, so he should really be in charge. Damn, Ferdinand von Brunswick's a 644. 532. Say he was. Kessler is a 632. Some of these guys are just phenomenal. 534 is really not any better than most of the others, so I'm just going to leave him where he is. Although I could. Who is I hate doing this because it's so difficult to do, but let's take him out and see. Can't. Heinrich von Preußen has less seniority than other unassigned generals. Wilhelm von Preußen, located in Depoldeswald, expects to receive a command of the next available army. Naming Heinrich von Preußen to command instead will cost you 3 national morale and 96 points. See, I don't want to do that. But if I name him a corps, provided command 21, let's do that. Although one of these guys is supposed to be a defensive strategist, and sometimes people use that guy, whoever he is. It might be Heinrich, I'm not sure. Great strategist, gifted commander, master of defense. See, he figure out if I want to who did they say was the next in line for to command an army? Wilhelm von Preußen. So Wilhelm von Preußen. It's not him. It's not him. Can't find Wilhelm von Preußen. Sorry about this. Let's do this. Maybe this will show me. Wilhelm von Preußen. What's this guy? What's the name of his open mark? Crap. What is seniority? So I have to, because of seniority, I'd have to promote him first to an army command, then James Keith, then Kurt von Schwerin, then Ferdinand von Brunswick, then Hans von Lewald, then Heinrich von Preußen. So I'd have to go through about 5 guys before I could actually promote Heinrich von Preußen to command. Although I mean, actually, with this morale normalizing thing, I might lose that 3 anyway. So I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to make him an army commander, because the reason I want to do this, and is show you. It's going to take him a while to get there. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to move him, and this is what some people do. I'm going to move him here and create a corps out of this guy and a corps out of this guy, and try to build up this right here, because as I mentioned in one of my previous episodes, the Russians come right down through here. It's like a funnel. You know, they come right through here and they grab or they try to take Königsberg first. And if I can defeat them there, if I can defeat them or hold them off in Königsberg, they literally will not be part of the war. So that is what I am going to do, because it's imperative to keep the Russians bottled up as much as possible. We have won a battle, won one national morale. Raid on Fort William Henry. I think that's going to be part of the French and Indian War. Raid on Fort William Henry. In North America, a French attack against Fort William Henry failed. A sloop and a few buildings are burned, but very little is accomplished. It's part of the 7. Oh, that's not good. It's bad for us. Oh, because it was a French... No. If the French attack failed, then why do they get +2 national morale and I get -1? That's crazy. Okay. Sweden declares war on Prussia. It brings us his Pommern, all Pommern ours cry, the Swedish parliamentary eloquences. And what that means is there's some land up here that they want to take. And they might have owned it at some point in the past. It might have been something that they lost in the 1600s at the end of the 30 Years' War. I don't know, but I think that's what they're trying to do, is that they're trying to command or take back land that they lost before. We can appoint a new general for Prussia. We can appoint a new general for Hanover. Your enemy has raised some replacements. Inger, Slaben, and Derek are now waiting command. So I got some new generals. Ernst von Glaubitz. So I got a few, actually. I got a few of these generals. I got 2 extra Hanover generals. I think that's Kassel. And a German for Kassel, the state of Kassel. And then these I think are Prussian generals. I'm sorry. Just trying to think and talk. So anyway, let's go ahead and move the. Man, that is a pretty powerful force at 651. I should actually. I think I am. I think I'm going to move them up to bolster the defenses on the border of Sweden, because I don't want Sweden to come in and make any trouble for us. If I can see, this is the juggle that you have. I have a army sitting in Podeswald that could take on any one of those armies one-on-one, but it can't be in 4 places at one time. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to try, I think, to defeat Austria, some kind of fairly large battle, and that way that'll take them a while to recover, so that I can actually turn my attention to other areas. So let's see. He is on synchronized movement, so let's move them here. He is inactive. He is active. He is active. He's not. He's active. And Keith is active. James Keith, you might be thinking, well, that's a strange name for a Prussian general. James Keith is not Prussian. He's actually some of you who know history know this, but he is actually from Scotland, I believe. Well, it tells it right here. James Keith, born in Inverugie, Scotland, on June 11, 1696, died on October 14, 1758. He was compelled to leave Scotland into exile after the Jacobite rising of 1715. He first obtained a colonelcy in the Spanish army, then entered service of the Tsars of Russia for numerous campaigns, eventually obtaining the rank of General of Infantry and the reputation of being one of the ablest officers in the Russian army. In 1747, he offered his services to Friedrich II of Prussia, who at once gave him the rank of Field Marshal. He took a prominent part in the Prussian campaigns, even if he had often to temporarily withdraw from the army to restore his broken health. He was killed at the Battle of Hochkirch as he rallied his flagging troops. So he's an excellent general. Look at that, 677. If he had more abilities, he would be easily the best general on the field, but I think because of all of his abilities, that makes him the best general. Although 643 is not that good. I mean, it just depends, I guess, on what you need to do. They're both very good generals, but James Keith, I think, strategic, offensive, defensive, numbers-wise, is the best general in this game. So you might have noticed that all the best generals seem to be on the Prussian side. That is another reason why they were able to actually come out of the 7 Years' War in a stronger position than they entered the 7 Years' War. So let's save this turn. Let's just see. We captured a supply train. Yeah, we've already read all that. While taking Depositoir, we managed to capture 36 supply carts or supply and 58 crates of ammunition. You can control a fortified camp in region Depositoir from Austria, which is nice. And then this is just the battle messages, and then this is just the informational, and I've read through some of these, so let's go ahead and execute this next turn. And I have the Elba Army move into Lobositz. It's the historical site of one of the first major battles of the 7 Years' War, in which Friedrich the Great defeated the Austrians. So let's see if we can't recreate that. And if we can't recreate it, at least maybe we'll get them into some kind of battle and defeat a smaller army. That would be nice. I say nice a lot. That'd be nice. It would be nice, though. Definitely give me a better feeling about the overall prospect of this war. Because like I said, even if I'm losing, I'm not going to stop this. I'm going to play this till the bitter end, and it might be bitter. It might be bitter. I forget this guy's name, but he's not Braun, or Don. I mean, not Braun, Don. I think he might be Italian. This is probably going to be a very long video because I've done several turns and I've talked a lot. Oh, that's his name, Lucchese. And I don't know his background. I don't know anything about Lucchese. Obviously it sounds Italian. And a lot of people actually call the 7 Years' War the first real World War, but a lot of people disagree with that because it was mostly just on the European continent. But part of it was that they thought in North America because the French and Indian War ran simultaneously. So it's post-World War, and it did it did have many different nations. But again, if you say that's a world war, then you could probably say several other wars were world wars as well. But yeah, I don't know. A major conflict with the major powers of the world. It didn't include the Far East though. It didn't include China and Japan or anything like that. So in that sense, it wasn't a world war. Whereas World War I and World War II included the Far East, Africa, where all the colonies are. Because if you watched any of my Two and All Wars, you can see that the Africa there were battles, and in the Pacific there were battles. Was part of the Western. This looks like it's going to be a pretty major victory for me. Yeah, I'd call that a very big victory. We lost 2,000 men, they lost 11,000 men. We destroyed 17 of their units. So that's where you get your morale from. Your wins of national morale is by destroying enemy units, and we destroyed 17, which is pretty nice little victory. And those are supply trains. Probably captured a lot of those, if not all of them. So let's see. So I promoted Wilhelm von Preußen, which would have cost us 3 national morale. I think we were at 123 or 122. So if I look at national morale now, I'm up to 138. Holy mackerel. So let's look at this. The approach of the French army renders the defense of Wesel hazardous. The garrison commander there chose to blow up the depot and evacuate the city. That's what they did historically. See, if I evacuate it, I lose 10 morale and 5 victory points. If I keep it, I get 5 morale and 5 victory points. If Wesel is reinforced, I get 10 engagement points and 10 victory points. But no, I lose 10 engagement points and 10 victory points, but gain 3 morale. Well, what do I want to do? I don't want to, I want something there. I want something there because the French take 3 or 4 turns to take Wesel, so that buys me time. So I'm going to say yes, I'm going to take that. And sometimes you get these kind of, in all of the Age-odd games, you get these kind of decisions where it gives you a choice of what you want to do. And this makes it more interesting. It tells you what the history was, and then it tells you what you can do. Historical choice, obviously, Wesel was evacuated. But I'm not going to do that. So, Prussia creates the Frey Battalion. Prussia creates Frey Battalion to counter the Austrian Grenzers that she has encountered on the battlefield. Those units shall conduct the petty war against the enemy. Which I think that's kind of guerrilla warfare, but I'm not sure. Prussia reacts to the Sweden War declaration. Sweden declaration entails a swift reaction from Prussia as Friedrich calls the northern provinces of his realm for resistance. Militia are raised throughout Brandenburg and Pomerania. The mouth of the Oder is also fortified to protect Stettin. So that's Pomerania. That's I think what Sweden is going for. France reacts to the Army of Observation. France reacts to the Army. That's pretty funny. All it does is just repeat everything. William Pitt is dismissed. William Pitt is dismissed from office by King George II. Duke of Newcastle tries to form another coalition government, perhaps with Henry Fox. Prussia mobilizes yearly resources for war. New option is available. It's the new option. Not really too much. Military options. Basically the same stuff. A lot of Hanoverian choices. The enemy has received large Swedish army reinforcements in Stralsund, which is usually if you click on the date of the message, it'll go to where that occurred, but in this case it is not. This is a fortress I told you is very difficult to take. Austria has received a new general. Prussia morale decreased to balance the game. So they decreased it, but it still went up to 138 because of the battle. I gained 11 national morale from that one battle. It was at 127. I can't remember. Ewald von Kleist has been promoted to the rank of general. Wilhelm von Preussen is angered by being passed over for army command in the favor of Heinrich von Preussen. We have captured 2 supply train units from Austria in that battle. Look at all these guys that are George von Driessen has been congratulated. He can be promoted. Gessler, Seydlitz. So who do we want? See, this is what I was looking for in To End All Wars. This is what's supposed to happen. I mean, maybe not as much in To End All Wars as in this game, but in To End All Wars, you should be getting choices to promote people to 3-star general and 2-star general, but I didn't see any in all of my turns. So let's take a look at. So Friedrich Leopold Gessler, is the most senior of the 2 stars that are available for promotion, and that's him. So I can just go ahead and, since he's the leader of that stack, I don't have to carve him out. Kleist, move him back, and this is going to be the end of this turn, but there's some interesting things going on, that's for sure. While taking Lobositz, we captured 77 supply and 210 crates of ammunition. He gained control of fortified camp in the region Lobositz from Austria. So if I keep getting battles like that, I will definitely pretty much not destroy, but severely deteriorate Austria's ability to do any kind of offensive operations on my southern border. So one more battle like that, and I might start moving the bulk of that army up north. If you see on the little jump map, I'm using a little pointer. I might move the Elba army up north and maybe keep it centrally located. No, I'll definitely need to make a decision because you can't sit the fence. I'll either need to go east and take on Russia first, or west and take on France. because they are coming. But see, there are troops over here that I could actually, and see, Hanover, the regions of Hanover are now unlocked, so I can start moving these Hanoverian troops. Okay, but anyway, folks, this is the end of my Let's Play Rise of Prussia. I almost said to end all wars, but this is, what is this, episode 4? I hope you enjoyed it, and as usual, if you like it, you can click like and leave comments. This is one of the lesser known um, titles from AJOD, but it is, if you can get into it and start playing it, it is very interesting, um, very complicated decisions. If you're playing Prussia, if you're playing Austria, your decisions aren't very complicated. You just all your troops, you just start moving them towards Prussia and attacking and trying to beat them down. So yeah, it's a really nice title. I really like it, and if you're interested in the 7 Years' War, check it out. Anyway, I will see you next time. Thanks a lot.